Okay, this is a quick video just showing everybody's questions on mounting the Ford Raptor emblem on their trucks. The way I mounted mine is I welded bolts on the back of it and I drew it through the honeycomb that way. That's it, painted everything, and all I did was, it's just actually a blue ice powder coat, and I actually just welded bolts on the back of it. At work we have some headless bolts, so I just welded them on and did it that way. So all I did was took off the Ford emblem. It is like two 8mm nuts on the back. It just pops off like that, and then I put Plastidip on the back of it behind the emblem, because you can see it in between the middle of the Ford emblem itself. So the Ford emblem is I made it of 16 gauge steel. I actually drilled 2 holes in here and put little took a die grinder and made them open a bit more. Although the screws aren't near the size of the hole, it's just that you can line it up properly. And I set it in kind of like this, and then just kind of look at it, hope it doesn't fall, and look at it, make sure it's in the right honeycomb itself. And just take each bolt. I like to do the centers first, but just take each bolt and kind of line it up, put a washer on, and throw a nut on. I like to put 2 on just to make it so that it's not so loose and worried about it falling or whatever. I'm going to have to switch your side too. So I didn't do a very good job of the Plastidip, but it was only, I'm going to clean it all up later, and I wasn't really taking much time. The Ford emblem is being painted today, so I didn't want to take too much time doing the Plastidip. Plus it didn't really, I don't think, did it justice really at all. So I just kind of quickly put it on and just got to clean up the mess now. So each one of these I just put, they're 5/16 bolts. I've used, they all take a 1/2 inch socket or wrench for the nut. I used pretty big washers because that's just what I had. I used 6. I made 6. I figured the more the merrier for the mounting of it, because I didn't want it to move around at all, because it is only 16 gauge, so it is pretty thin, but it allows it a lot of movement. It allows it a lot of play so that you can get it on and bend it around the grill that's not nearly straight. I didn't clean the truck at all. I probably should have cleaned the truck before I posted a YouTube video of it, but I was kind of eager because people keep asking me how it's mounted and how I mounted it versus what everybody's done with the billet grill itself. So I don't have a billet grill, so I made this way. I figured it works pretty good. Everything draws in really nice and easy when you just have it, when you have it even just finger tight. So I'm going to just make sure everything's kind of level. Everything looks alright. what I did is I blended, I made the Ford emblem in the middle black, so it blended into the background, but it almost, because of how dark the Ford emblem was, it kind of screwed up the way it looks. But there's more black in the grill than there is gray, so it makes the dark color kind of fade into the background, which kind of makes it suck. But what was the other thing I figured out? Oh, when you're welding the marks or the bolts on the back of it, just you gotta always clean the front of the weld. Like there's no weld on the front itself, but the heat marks that it makes through the metal itself, it kind of screws up the paint a little bit. There's little marks on mine especially that are by the weld marks that kind of show that it was welded on the back, and just almost little fish eyes. You can't hardly see it from a distance, but it's just the way it was. So things to learn for next time, I guess.